Alright, so today this video is going to be on the Church of Scientology and how I came across this. I was just watching it on Netflix. There was this documentary hosted by Leah Remini, an actress. She was in the Church of Scientology. I've never heard of it before. Actually, that's a lie. Yeah, I did, but I just briefly heard of it, never heard really what it was or anything about it. So I watched the documentary, and most of it got the gist of all that they were putting down, um, and while I was doing that, I made this, and now I'm just here to present how the Church of Scientology um is scripted, from the founder to who now is currently the head of it, the leader, um, and some more things as you'll see, which I think this Church of Scientology is, well, obviously, if you'll watch the documentary, you can see it. I mean, it was intended to brainwash people. Obviously, I mean, that's what the documentary's out. They came out and exposed it. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with them, obviously. It's just intended to brainwash people, but, I'm going to show how it connects, how this connects to the Jesuits, which I think this new religion that was put out, I think in the 50s, uh, it became a religion in the 50s, I believe, and yeah, I'm gonna say it's the Jesuits doing. They put this out here. Church of Scientology stems from them. So let's just get into it. So the Church of Scientology is a religion, and Church of Scientology and religion both equal 89 in the four base ciphers. And um, someone that the Church of Scientology, like former members in the documentary, they would compare how life in the church was like being among Adolf Hitler and his Nazis. Um, So I'll make this connection more clear as we go along, but Adolf Hitler was born in 1889, emphasis on 89. Um, they called, former members even, called the Church of Scientology a cult. Also notice the word cult and culture, just wanted to make that known real quick. Notice that. Um, in the word cult, actually, excuse me, the word culture equals 89. Um, And here come all the 56 connections. I mean, all this is just undeniable. This is just, it's too much. It's just too much. The word cult has gematria of 56. And Adolf Hitler, again, the Adolf Hitler comparisons, which you'll hear every now and then when you watch the documentary, if you do. And this connects to the word religious again. It's a religion. The word religious equals 56. Um, and Scientology's founder's last name is Hubbard. Hubbard equals 56. And the current leader, his last name, Miscavige, equals 56. Um, and why bring up Hitler and the Nazis? Two, with these comparisons to Scientology, Hitler and the Nazis were financed by the Catholic Church, by the Vatican, right? Which the Society of Jesus operates out of. That's why I think the Society of Jesus has their strings pulling on the Church of Scientology, which is most likely the case, is they have pretty much all these groups, any secret society, any corrupt group, you know, uh, on their strings, they're their puppets. Um, but anyways, Society of Jesus equals 56 as well. So, I think we've well established those guys are at the top of the pyramid, very tip top. So, and despite their seemingly holy name, talking about the Society of Jesus, they are really the Church of Satan, which is a real thing. And Church of Satan also equals 56 in the same cipher as Society of Jesus does. And to go along with mind control in that same cipher, again, think about it, Nazis, Scientology, Hitler, mind control, all that relates. Also, Nazi Germany equals 56. And one spy. See, okay, also, I wanna mention this as well. It kind of belong. But if you watch this documentary and you listen to how these former members describe life in the church and how even breaking away from it, how they have spies sent on them, all this stuff, and just everything like that. If you just watch the documentary and listen to these people, and you know about George Orwell's 1984, read the book, seen the movie, or both, one or the other, whatever, you should pick up how, like, there are tactics that are pulled straight from this concept that is 1984. Like, for instance, like how in 1984, and that's all I could say throughout watching it. Like, it's just like 1984. That's how they describe it, because they would say that family members that would say some things against Scientology, family members would start snitching on family members, and one family member would become a suppressive person. I mean, terms that are created by these religious, or just these movements, these evil movements. Um, they come up with like their own terms and just dictate people. That's how they dictate people. That's how they brainwash people and control their mind. I mean, it's just really, if you just study that, it's just like that, and that's just one example. Um, but yeah, just watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about if you know about both topics, 1984 and you get into the documentary. But anyways, or not the documentary, but the documentary series on Netflix. So it's called Leah Remini in the Aftermath of Scientology, something like that. But anyways, so also, like I was saying, this one spy for the Church of Scientology was that ended up getting questioned by police. I found it funny. They mentioned his name, Dwayne Powell, and Dwayne Powell equals 56 in the most pure cipher, reduction cipher, as well, along with, again, Society of Jesus, Church of Satan, and Mind Control. But I just making that connection, the fact that he was a spy, mind control, you kind of see how that relates to. That's what makes it really relevant to me. But and as I mentioned, the Society of Jesus, their less formal name, the Jesuit order, um, like I said, probably behind the Church of Scientology, pulling its strings. Um, and Jesuit order and Scientology are a match in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. I mean, it doesn't really get more concrete than that. Um, Also, the current leader, David Miscavige, his, I found it funny that since there's Nazi/Hitler comparisons, uh, made to Scientology. Um, Scientology's current leader, again, David Miscavige, his birthday is on the day Hitler died, April 30th. Um, so yeah, I think that's pretty concrete. Um, Also, so the founder of Scientology, his name is Ronald Hubbard, his full first and last name, and that equals 120, the most simple cipher. And April 30th is also the birthday of David Miscavige and the death date of Hitler is the 120th day of the year. Um, so that connects to the founder of Scientology's full first and last name. And also, you could say Illuminati 120. Um, you know, Jesuits uh, run them. You know, the Jesuits are the Illuminati, right? They're all these things. You know, they just have many costumes, right? Um, but it all goes back to them, the Jesuits, out of the Catholic Church, the Vatican, whatever you want to say. Um, Also, to add on to the 120s, Tom Cruise, famous actor in Scientology. Tom Cruise equals 120. Um, and the founder of Scientology, right, died. Ronald Hubbard. He died in Creston, California. And the terms founder and Creston, California both equal 83 and 106 in the base ciphers. Uh, Also, Ron Hubbard, his birthday can be written 13/3, and his last name Hubbard. Okay, so 13/3, like 113. His last name Hubbard equals 133. If I did I say 113? If so, I meant 133. Anyways, and that connects to government Nazi Germany, as they both equal 133 in ordinal, the most simple cipher. Also, interestingly enough, I just found that the term American Nazis equals 133 in ordinal as well. So, and like I said, documentary series about this, not with gematria, but exposing the Church of Scientology that you can watch on Netflix. And I just noticed, I believe there was like two scenes they were narrating about that they had footage for and whatnot. And I believe it was the bottom left corner of the screen. You can see 2/26 or February 26th, and uh, the term Church of Scientology equals 226 in ordinal, in the most simple cipher. So, although that was kind of strange, I don't know if, the documentary series exposing all this is scripting some things themselves. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. I'm not going to jump to that conclusion that, like, I'm not going to say that's the case, but, um, kind of interesting to be honest. That's just what I found. But, but yeah, I mean, at least they are exposing, you know, a great deal of truth. That's good, doing good by me at the end of the day. His full name, his full name, the founder of Scientology, Ronald Lafayette Hubbard, equals 127, like religion equals 127, and fascist America equals 127, and German Nazis equals 127. And like I mentioned earlier with Leah Remini's um, documentary series, uh, her name, Leah Remini, equals 94, and as well as her last name equals 94. And this is significant because her birthday is 94 days after Ron Hubbard's birthday, who is the founder of Scientology, and the phrase founder of Scientology equals 94. So, makes me kind of think that she was chosen to do this, like fulfill this numerical ritual with her documentary exposing it, even though it is, so both sides can be scripted, even though her side is still doing good and exposing the corruption and just how evil the Church of Scientology is. But yeah, still seems scripted on her end, nonetheless. Also, her birthday is 13 weeks and 3 days after Ron Hubbard's birthday, and Ron Hubbard's birthday can be written 13/3, like 113, or not 113. I said that earlier, like 133, and that adds on to the 133 connections from earlier. So yeah, that was it. Let me show the gematria. So you see how many 56s there are? There's like 10. It's crazy. But yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.